Morning, YouTube. Guys, it is Thursday. Happy trading, everybody. Hope everybody's having a fantastic week. Let's talk about the price action. The equities markets are still looking for a bottom, something to understand when they find a bottom. If they range and hold their support, which I will show you, of course, on a chart, we're still looking for our wave up in Bitcoin. I saw a couple of troll comments saying that I'm a permabull. Anybody that watches this channel is very familiar with my Grim Reaper thumbnails. I'm not a permabull, guys. I'm a trader, and price moves in waves, and I'm looking for that wave up with my targets at 40K, 45, and 50K, just rounding to even numbers. Highly achievable, and of course, we have resistances lower that we'll look at on the daily. But I want to take a second, guys. I want to show you something, because I'm a visual person. I think a lot of you are visual people. Look at the chart. Look at this parabolic rise, 1,500% of Bitcoin, okay? Let's go ahead and zoom out and look at the previous bull run. I have to bring this up because I know there's people on YouTube, especially some of these Elliott Wave guys that were giving you projections like 250K, 500K. There's a ex-Goldman Sachs guy saying 500K next year. Look, this is really, really simple. This is normal secular bull market for equities. Okay, this is without the Fed doing massive stimulus, 0% interest rates. You know what this is over here? This is checks being mailed to your home. This is all your kids on Robinhood, all the millennials getting Robinhood, which is down like 75% now, by the way. And this is 0% interest rates and everybody being at home and so many new people coming into the marketplace. The Fed creating 25% of all the money currently in circulation. This is how you get a 1,500% rise in the asset. And people think that's not a blow off top and next year is 500K. Look, we'll take next year when it comes. But for right now, you have to appreciate what you got. For longtime subscribers to this channel, you guys know we gave you this market top. I came to crypto myself after this dump. I came in May, okay, mid-May of last year. But this top was very easy to catch with the trend-based fib that I've been showing you guys from the pandemic low up to the previous all-time high to that market low. The 618, the most commonly retraced to fib, and yes, we did get above it. This was a really hard short to take. I got stopped out of this short. A lot of our members got stopped out of this short, but we re-entered. That's the point of stop losses, and you captured a lot of this descent, okay? And so this move right here for Bitcoin, people say this will never happen. Equities are too bearish. Guys, you're talking to the person that made super bubble videos. There's people calling me Baby Grantham, okay? Jeremy Grantham, who I've been following for over 20 years. Nailed the .com bubble, nailed the 1989 Japanese bubble, and nailed the 2008 bubble and called the market bottom. That's Jeremy Grantham. Look him up. He is fantastic. He still believes the equities have at least one more leg to go down. In other words, doing a complete another leg in the SPX would bring you down to about 40%. The NASDAQ would bring you close to minus 60%. And he said most likely you could also have a third leg. So start doing the math on these numbers. This is a very similar situation to the .com equities bubble. That bubble took 2.5 years to deflate. You're going to have major price moves. Just grab your price tool over here. Look at this price move here from the B wave, okay? And this is a short that I gave you at 48,266. It's a 47% move to the upside. So to do this move here for Bitcoin, to get to any of our price targets here, looking at that bottom that we made at 25, to get to that first target, we're looking at a 60% move from that bottom. We're looking at a 80% move from that bottom, and the natural doubling in the market that Gann and Charles Dow wrote about, a 100% move to get to 50K. All of these are possible, which I know sounds crazy. But when the markets do find a bottom and they have a strong bear market rally, that 40K number is something I'm focusing closely on. And guys, where we are now, that's from the bottom, but where we are now at 30K, that is only a 30% move in Bitcoin. This can easily be done. And then, of course, we have the gradual but long descent out to March 2023. Notice the 1618 on this pattern, my Gann price pulse pattern, the only person on YouTube showing you this. The Gann price pulse pattern terminates at 10,591 with your point of control for volume, including the previous bull run, going right at 9,500. And the thing you guys need to understand is in every single 3 Sigma bubble that we have had, you go below long-term trend. If your long-term trend for where all the trading action, your key support levels, 9,500, I do believe we'll be going back to these pandemic lows, okay? So for the people that comment in the YouTube that call me permabull or permabear, you guys need to understand what trading is. Trading is taking these waves up and down and stacking money all the way along, okay? So if you want a fanboy channel, there's plenty of those you can watch. Now, guys, you can take our trades, you can get our education with that join button underneath the video. I forgot to plug it, I'm sorry. And then of course, guys, I trade on BitGet, no VPN, no KYC, up to $4,000 in bonus. That link is in the video description. Shameless plug, going on to Bitcoin. So let's look at the daily, guys. Let's see exactly what we're doing here on the daily. And you can see we are holding our key support. Here's that Gann fan line going all the way back to the beginning of the bull run. The last rung on the Gann fan line, this blue line cutting through my Gann levels. You see that? So this is the last line before you have price discovery via Gann utilizing his Gann fan, okay? And we're holding this beautifully. And if you look at this in comparison to what the NASDAQ's doing, the NASDAQ hit the 382. You see this? This is the beauty of trading these concepts. The legendary traders and the market masters from old, Charles Dow, Richard Wyckoff, Harold Gartley, W.D. Gann. I'm taking their best concepts and combining them together. You have your Wyckoff trading range, your base, your ceiling. We broke out of the trading range. We didn't hold our cup and we descended, okay? And then you marry this to the modern trading with fibs. You hit the 382 on the dollar. Okay, so we know what our resistances are, we know what our supports are, and we're looking at this, and the NASDAQ hopefully can range in here to build up momentum, and this could be some consolidation for a little bit of time here, and what you don't want to see is just this right away. I mean, you do if you want to trade it, but I want to see a breakout. This is so much easier to short, and guys who are in the room know I love to short. I make a lot of money shorting, and shorting is an art, okay? But it's so much easier to do if you pump up to a key level of resistance where you can take your short. That's the primary way, or that's the principal way I like to trade shorts, is off of a pump, okay? I'm looking for something to move up to a key level and then short it and then catch it on the way down. Now let's look at the DXY really quickly. This is my theory on the DXY. As you guys know, I have my Gann fan here, and you can see how beautiful, I mean, look at this channel. This is absolutely beautiful how this has been behaving. And when you look at the resistance here, again, married with the Gann fan, hit our head on the Gann fan. I think we're in Wyckoff distribution here, in my opinion. This could easily flip to reaccumulation just like this did right here. And then we went up, had our backup right here, and then shot up. But I think when the next rate hike comes, that's when you'll see the exiting of the trading range, building our cup, and then the pivot out. Okay, that next rate hike is June, I forget now, 14th, 15th, or 12th, 13th. One of those 2-day periods for that 2-day meeting in June, be another 0.5. That's when the dollar, I think, gets its next leg up. Until then, I think you're in this channel because we did have this rejection and we did not hold our support. So this is good for our Forex pairs trading and things like that, but also good for equities and good for crypto. You don't want the dollar to keep going parabolic. You want a chance to get some recovery runs, okay? Get some recoveries so we can long and we can short. Let's go ahead and look at the, where is it? The 8-hour. That's the 4-hour. Let's check this one. 8-hour. Here we go. So 8-hour time frame. Looking at the 8-hour, what are our key resistances we have to flip, guys? We got to flip 31. That's literally on the line with the Wyckoff trading range. You see this? 31K on the 8-hour is in line with the Wyckoff top. Here's your base, and you're holding this upper quadrant wave type formation. You flip 31, get our cup, and then we can look to move up. But as you guys know, this is a process, okay? And there's other confluence of indicators you can look at as well. You can use a 5 and 21 EMA. Look for a bullish cross when this does break to the upside. Just be aware it's going to hit resistance, and it should pull back. Now, Bitcoin's so parabolic, you can just see some big candles pretty quick. But this is boring, and I know this is boring to watch on a video, just watch accumulation, but that's what you're doing, and this is buying, guys. That's the key thing to understand. This is buying. This is why your Ichi clouds, the Kumo clouds, are getting weaker when you throw these on, because you have strong hands taking from weak hands right here, okay? So we can look at the 8-hour time frame. throw the Ichi indicator on here. You can see the clouds nice and thick and starting to thin out over here. Once again, this is later on the 8-hour. This is May 28th. Okay, we got to go down to the 4-hour because you notice you have this air pocket, which means you can move up. You haven't even attempted to test the cloud, but this is good. Okay, with equities whipsawing back and forth, that's because Bitcoin led the decline. Bitcoin's still holding its trading range. After it hit its base, everybody got excited. Wow, Bitcoin 25K, boom. Price moved back up, but now you're just stuck. And now for the first time in these hard-hitting crypto news reporting rooms, you're saying, oh, could this be the bear market? Could this be a crypto winter? You guys on this channel know what the deal is. The economy in the U.S. is cratering around you. The Fed has to actively destroy pieces of the economy to try to bring down inflation, which they will fail at because our rates are 0.75 and inflation is over 8%. Real inflation is over 15%. So they're going to fail at that, but they're attempting to do that. But as they do that, guys, the stock markets will sell off, okay, in legs. And it looks like, or near completion of its first leg, trying to hold a base, trying to get a bear market rally. 47 of the 50 biggest up days in equities were in bear markets and stock market history. So I do think Bitcoin will have a wave up. And again, just looking at 34K, realistic target, okay, it's a what is that, a 15% move from here. This isn't that big of a move, but it's a realistic target. We shall see if we can get it. If we can flip that, we can try 40 on that weekly time frame. Again, realistic targets, but because we are all trading an asset that we love, which is highly volatile, it is a risk asset viewed that way by the hedge funds, by the big money makers, okay? They view this as a risk asset class. This may lead to decline. So if we may pump first and we may dump first. So this could be a big pump or a small pump and then another leg down and then a big pump. We don't know because we don't have candles. We don't have volume. We only have what we have in front of us, and you make predictions based off TA, based off support and resistance, and that's what we do on this channel. So looking at that on the 8-hour, not a lot's changed except me ranting. Looking on the 4-hour, this is a little bit more exciting because you can see the cloud. You're contacting it. I showed you guys this yesterday. This is when you can get false signals with your 5 and 21 in a sideways choppy market. Remember, if you're going to use this as a bullish signal, you want to be in a trending market, okay? A trend that ends and comes down, or a trend that goes from down to up. So you want to see a breakout, and that is also why we marry this to Wyckoff. 31K, guys. Got to get above that 31K. And look how thin the cloud's starting to get. You're starting to test the cloud again, okay? The cloud's getting thinner. I told you May 21st is really when it starts thinning out right here in this quadrant. Could break out before that, could also fall down, but right now Bitcoin is in bullish accumulation still, and we shall see if the equities do hold their bottoms and their Wyckoff trading range. If the DXY still does descend, then we can see some positive momentum in Bitcoin, trade that breakout, short that top, and of course, have some cocktails on the beach at a future later market makers reunion, and everybody will be invited. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Smash the like, hit the subscribe. Another video tomorrow. Take care, everybody. Talk soon.